And so you don't have to know exactly what you want to be when you grow up. You don't have to know that you're going to grow up, you know? You just have to try different things. And even if 99% of them fail, you only have to be right one time. You don't have to figure it all out in advance. You can be wrong. You could pick the wrong career. You can pick the wrong job. You can pick the wrong spouse. You can pick the wrong whatever. But you get it right one time, you're set.
You know who has a plan B? Motherfuckers that lose. That's a fact, okay? Every single person that wins big, every single person that you look at, every single person that you're inspired by, every single person that you aspire to be like, they only have one motherfucking plan, and that is they are going to win or they are going to die fucking trying, okay?
Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better. Thank you very much. Hook 'em horns.
Get around people who appreciate your talent, not just want to use you for it. Get around people who pour into your cup, not just want to drink from it. Get around people who want to help you elevate your life, not just use you to elevate theirs. Stop keeping these leeches in your life that expect everything from you, but give absolutely nothing to you. And I get it. You might say, well, who's there to support me? There's a world full of people waiting to support you.
We're all writing a book. What's your book look like? How good was your book? What was the ending to your book? If the ending to my book can be so amazing because of all that was done, all of the things that can be associated with you and your existence become a part of the chapters in your book. So my drive is about my book.
The most important journey I think all of us will go through is the journey in ourselves, to find our truth, to find who we are and what makes us happy. And in our culture, we are told that if we're beautiful, if we're skinny, if we're successful, famous, if we fit in, if everyone loves us, that we'll be happy. But that's not entirely true.
I think that personal ambition is worth fighting for. It really is something that if you don't fight for it, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And if you regret it, you can be an unhappy person. If you're an unhappy person, it's going to affect your family. So you can see the chain of command all the way down, that it can be pretty devastating. The common answer is we fight for a family. But fighting for family starts with you. Mm-hmm. So you got to fight for peace of mind.
When I stopped thinking about myself and I started thinking about how can I be useful to other people. And I think that I did not grow up and become the person I am until I was less focused on me and I was more focused on how could I be useful? Who could I help? Because the amazing thing is when you help somebody, that gives you confidence.
You're standing in a room with 1,000 doors. Your job is to close 999 of them and walk through one. People are so paralyzed by all the opportunity cost of actually having to shut a door that they never make a decision. Make a decision, even if it's terrible. Dude, mistakes are the most information-rich data stream there is.
I love this,
Standing still is the only problem.
Been to the top of all of those material world mountains, and nothing makes you happy other than being useful to others. That's it. That's the only thing that ever will satisfy that thing, is that what you are is useful. It is your commitment to your personal evolution, your personal growth for the purpose of assisting others.
The biggest advice I could give you right now, the biggest advice that anybody could give you, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. He said, I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen. Okay?
If you're chasing money, it runs. All right? If you're making money, it's different. All right? So for people that are entrepreneurs, there's no cut in the corner. There's no magic bullet. There's no cheat sheet. It's really simple, as complex as it may sound. Hard work. Work hard. Believe in yourself. They tell me all the time, Chico, that's another name that I got, by the way. They say, Chico, you're so lucky, Chico. I say, man, you know what's funny? Harder I work, luckier I get.
It is true. We fear death because we are born knowing only life.
Right.
I get that. However, I take another view, because I've been asked, if you could live forever, would you?
Yes.
Sure, that's an attractive idea. But the way I look at it is the knowledge that I'm going to die that creates the focus that I bring to being alive.
The question is not whether it makes you happy. The question is whether it fulfills you. So you need to begin to make a distinction in your life between happiness and fulfillment. Happiness is conditional. Happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes. And by the way, you want it to. If you were happy every single second of your life, the bliss of it wouldn't affect you like it does. If you want to be happier and if you want to be more fulfilled, go achieve, go accomplish, go chase those things, but do things every day that feed these emotions that you want.
People are not listening to you, stop talking to them. And that is the best piece of advice that I can give you. And what happens is that if you stop talking to people who aren't listening to you and start watching them instead, they will tell you what they're up to. But so if you have things to say them, but you find people that will listen, talk to them. The ones who aren't listening, pull back. Because you're devaluing what you have to say by offering it to an audience that does nothing but reject it.
I urge you to let this current moment push you to improve yourself in all areas of your life, at work, at home, activism, spirituality, wherever you can find hope. Follow it. And remember, you are never alone. Lean on that strength of togetherness. Keep the collective strong. Stay focused. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Don't just dream about what you're going to do. Don't criticize somebody else for what they're not doing. You be it.
Get into something that's really personal, that means something to you, something that you have something to say, something that's really individualized. And I wish I was more aware of that then, instead of doing a few things that I was told would be supposed to do good for me, and they weren't. Because it left me empty, so I didn't do a good job anyways. And I think that's the key to what we do. It's gotta be personal.
There'd be no Denzel Washington. So keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning.